Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a quick lab guide on how to build a Kali plus Metasploitable home lab. This is something I've been keeping up with and doing tutorials on as part of my cybersecurity journey, and it can be a really great way to both hone your skills and just kind of keep up with the day-to-day of some of these tools. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Alrighty guys, and we're just going to dive right into the guide. I've also created this document, just a little lab guide with some steps and overviews on how to do everything. It also has some remediation points and troubleshooting steps if you get caught up at any points. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. For the prerequisites, first things first, you're going to want to just go ahead and open up Task Manager. Go ahead into Performance, click CPU, and just real quick, make sure that virtualization is enabled. If it's already enabled, then you are good to go. If not, you're going to want to go ahead and do step 2 to make sure that you get virtualization enabled. Also, just check that you have 8 gigabytes of RAM, 80 gigabytes free. I know I already have that, so I'm going to just go ahead and go to the downloads. For the downloads, you will need VirtualBox, the Kali Linux, and the Metasploitable download. First things first, the VirtualBox link. And before you jump over to the Linux page, we're going to also download the VirtualBox extension pack right now. Go ahead and click accept and download. That will download that as well. Go on over here now to the Kali Linux tab. And once you land on this page, you will be met with a few different options. The one that we want will be this VirtualBox. It'll be about 3.6 gigabytes, so this may take a little bit to download. Go ahead and click on that one, and that will start the download. As that one begins to download, we'll go ahead and go over to Metasploitable. You can see this one's 10,000 downloads this week alone. Default login is going to always be MSF admin. Go ahead and download that as well. Alrighty, looks like everything is done here, so we'll just hop right back into the guide, straight into the VirtualBox section on step 9. Going to run the VirtualBox installer with default settings. So let's not jump the gun here. Let's go ahead and do that. Click on that. VirtualBox installer, click yes. So we'll begin. We're going to go ahead and do next. I accept. Location access. We're just going to leave this all default. Go ahead and do next. Warning, network disconnection. Don't get too scared. This will happen just for a second. Add to start menu, create a desktop shortcut. We don't really want those, so I'm going to just click those off. But everything else we are going to leave default here. Ready to install. Going to copy over some files. Let's hop back into the guide and see what our next step is. Click install on every single one. Double click the extension pack after. That will be step 11. Okay, and once that finishes, go ahead and do start Oracle VirtualBox. And here we are. It will pop open. Now we will go into the extensions tab. It's going to be right here. Mine already shows it as installed, but we'll just go ahead and uninstall just to show a fresh build. Do install. Go ahead and navigate to the extension pack that you just downloaded. Click open. Install. Scroll through and click I agree. We'll ask for changes. We will accept. And there we go. Showing the green check mark means it is active. Beautiful. And now we can go over to the network section of the tutorial. We'll just put this right next to Metasploitable. Makes it easy for everybody to see. And it will simply be a blank screen here in this tab. We're going to go ahead and go File, Tools, Network. And once you're in the network screen, we'll go Create, go Yes. We'll create a host-only interface. And it looks like it went ahead and worked here. Let's go ahead and select it. And then we will go over to DHCP server. Going to want to go ahead and enable that. And these will actually be your IP addresses for this host only network. So we'll go ahead and do apply. And here you can get an error. As you see here, if step 13 throws a host only network driver error, driver didn't install or Windows blocked it, there are a few steps that you can take to try to fix that. The biggest one seems to just be running as admin. That usually fixes this problem without too much other trouble. It does seem to be on the host only network here, so that is good. Now we are going to go into the Kali download. Go ahead and click open on that. We're just going to go ahead and click it and do extract all. It'll ask you which folder you want to extract to. Just go ahead and extract to the folder of your choosing. This may take a little bit. It is 15 gigabytes, so we will come back once it's done. Awesome, and here it has finished extracting. You will have two different files. One will be a VirtualBox machine, a .vbox, and one will be a virtual disk image, that is the .vdi. So once those are extracted, we will go back into VirtualBox. Go ahead and go to machine, open, and we'll just go ahead and navigate to where that was downloaded at. Do downloads, Kali Linux, VirtualBox, and here is the actual VirtualBox, the one that's blue, if that helps you. Go ahead and click that, do open. And inside your machines now, you should see a Kali Linux machine pop up and populate right there. We'll go ahead and right click it, go to settings. There are a few settings that we want to go ahead and change here before we move on. We'll do system, and under where it says motherboard, go to base memory, and we want to jack this up to, we will go ahead and do 4096 megabytes of memory. Then go over to the processor tab. We will make sure that that's on 2 CPUs. If you have more than 8+ cores, you can do more, but for what we're doing, this is more than enough. And go over to display, and we're just going to make sure that 3D acceleration is enabled, and there is at least 128 megabytes of video memory. And then that will do it in display. Go over to network. And this is where a lot of people get confused or a lot of errors get thrown. So make sure that you just do this correctly so that it is not exposed anywhere on the internet and you're actually attacking your own home host lab. So here we'll go to settings, adapter 1, make sure that enable network adapter is on, and then go to attach, click this, and we are going to change it to host only adapter. Go ahead and click that. Something should pop up automatically. VirtualBox host only Ethernet adapter pops up for me with the adapter type. So that is perfect. If not, go back into the lab, and something most likely around step 13 went bad. Following some of these fixes and remediation steps should help you in the event of that. Awesome, but for me it seems to be working here, so we will go ahead and scroll back down to where we were, click OK, and everything still seems okay for now. So let's go ahead and double click the Kali instance and boot it here. We see powering VM up. Just let it kind of do its thing. This might be a little intimidating or scary for your first boot, but it will just go through and start to boot. As you see, booting in 2 seconds here. Awesome, and our system seems to be booting up just fine here. Let's just make sure. Awesome, so this is going to be the default login screen. Default credentials for this are going to be Kali as well as Kali. Go ahead and log in here. This is also where you would go ahead and set a new password. I'm not going to do that in this video here, as we're just trying to get a quick overview on how to actually get this set up and running. so that you can go through and mess around with it and begin to hack things and learn for your own. So now that we're in, we're going to go ahead and click terminal. This will open just a normal terminal editor, Kali at Kali, and we are just going to do IP space A. Go ahead and click enter. And this will display a lot of info. Don't worry about low. That is going to be your local callback. We care about the ETH0 IP addresses. So go ahead and just make note of these here. I'll just do that in a notepad window. Awesome. Now let's go back into the VirtualBox manager and let's get a target to actually exploit. The Metasploitable service. So we will go ahead into machine again. We'll do new this time. This one we will just call Metasploitable 2 for easy reference. VM folder can remain the same. ISO image can remain the same. We are going to click OS. We will do Linux on this one. Just be Linux for the OS, Oracle Linux for the OS distribution, and 64-bit for the OS version is good. We will do specify virtual hardware. This will be on 2048. That's pretty overkill for what this is running, so we can actually go ahead and do 512 for this. Save ourselves some resources there. Number of CPUs, 1 is fine. And then last things, we will go to specify virtual hard disk. Once you are in here, go ahead and click use an existing virtual hard disk file. Then we are going to click the folder icon. We don't want to use the one that we already have installed. That's the Kali Linux. We will go ahead and do add. Go ahead and navigate to the download where it is located, click into it, and here is the virtual disk for Metasploitable. Just go ahead and click that and do open. Now that that one is in, we will click it and we will do choose. Just make sure that it selected the .vmdk file, should be around 8 gigabytes. Looks like we did here, so we will do finish. You go ahead and boot into Metasploitable here. Just go ahead and go into settings and network. And sometimes, yeah, see, it's set to NAT. Let's go ahead and change that to host only adapter. And that should pop up with the same adapter type as before. So go ahead and do OK. And before we actually do anything here, just in this little tab, make sure that snapshots is selected. We will select Metasploitable first, right click inside the status, and we will do take. And we're just going to name these clean install. We can even say first setup install. That way, if anything breaks or anything goes wrong, you always have a starting point to at least go back to and know that it is a clean install. That way you can go wild on your machine without fear of messing it up. So see there, we have the clean install. We will do the same for the Kali Linux. Go ahead, right click, take, clean install. Just something fresh install, whatever can help you remember. You could write the date as well there. And we will now boot both of these. Awesome, we'll just go ahead and log in here. Admin and MSF admin. And just before we confirm everything here, let's just make sure that we have the IP address right after changing the host only adapter. So we're going to go back into the Metasploitable window, log in with MSF admin, and we will just do ifconfig and click enter. And if you look here at the iNet address, we were actually off by 1. I think earlier, yeah, we had this at 3. We'll just go ahead and change it back to 4. I think I did that without recording, but it will be that's first under the ETH0. Again, ignore the low. We see 192.168.137.4, so we will note that. Let's just get rid of the second one. We don't need the loopback address. It may be confusing. Awesome. So we'll go back into Kali here, open a terminal again, and we'll do a little Nmap scan just to make sure that everything is working correctly. We'll do Nmap, or excuse me, let's do sudo Nmap, and don't worry too much about these flags here. This is just gonna look for some open ports and run through everything just to give us a quick overview, make sure that everything is up and running here. Let's see, was it .4 or .3? Let us see. Was .4. Awesome. We'll do .4 and click enter here. Password still default. We'll do Kali. Enter. It's going to, looks like it's starting Nmap. We have some DNS errors, but that is okay. If you click any keys inside, it'll actually tell you about how much is left. About 86.96% done. So we'll just let this finish here and see if we actually see any open ports or any type of useful information. 99.44% done. Oh, awesome. Here we go. Let's see here. Host script results. Awesome. Yeah, we're seeing all the open ports and service numbers. Very, very nice. Beautiful. Everything seems to be working here, and this is the exact setup that I've used to go through some of the Metasploitable services and begin to exploit them, and just do little labs and write-ups and guides, getting used to the flow of cybersecurity and doing remediation reports, investigating, enumeration, etc. I will link to my GitHub where I have a few write-ups and lab tutorials that I've done on this one specifically. And just going back, when you go ahead and want to end, you can just close out, save the machine state. It will go ahead and do that. And then when you right click, you can do stop, power off, right click. This one is saved, it's just power off. When you go to reboot back up, you can either just double click in and keep that same one, or you can choose which version you would like to boot from. So as you see here, current state is changed because we made some changes, but we can always just boot from the clean install. So that is the awesome part about this, is you can't really go wrong. Anything that you mess up or anything that you break, you can very easily just start from fresh again. And I think this is a great way to kind of get into some hands-on cybersecurity task and really just start to understand more of the fundamentals behind some of these tools and scanning systems. If you found any valuable info from this video or have any questions, feel free to comment and reach out. I am more than happy to help. I will also leave the lab guide as well as a link to my GitHub guides if you care to check those out. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this was of use to you. Have a great one.